Hey guys, so I think my shirt says it all. I know I'm not alone here, but it seems like every night I was hearing, "I'm hungry," just as I was tucking my kids into bed, and I was never quite sure if it was a clever diversion tactic or actual hunger.
I think I'm so hungry that I'm like growing or something.
It's pretty convincing.
But I usually caved, which meant the kids weren't getting to bed on time, and I knew I had to do something to change it. So today I'm going to share with you what I did to curb the bedtime snack addiction, including the best snacks for a good night's sleep. I'm Meg, and I'm passionate about finding ways to make life with kids easier in the kitchen. Okay, so starting with the problem, I initially just said no to food in bed. So if the kids asked for a snack when they were being tucked in, they had to go into the kitchen to eat it. Now, of course, that was a huge fail because the whole point for the kids was to get out of the bed. So instead, I had to go cold turkey. I decided to give the kids a 15-minute warning, and that was their last opportunity to get a snack. All right, guys, 15-minute warning, put in your snack orders. It definitely took them a few days of whining to get used to the routine, but they have not asked for a snack from bed since. And I think the key here is consistency in giving them the warning and also saying no if they do ask for the snack. Side note here, if you have a really slow eater like Avery, you may want to make it a 30-minute warning. All right, bigger bites, Ave. Now, once I addressed the problem, I wanted to make sure they weren't actually hungry at bedtime, which meant giving them the right foods at their 15-minute bedtime warning. I knew sugar was a no-no, but I was surprised to learn from a little bit of research that there were a few others, notably veggies, which Avery was quite happy about.
Isn't it too close to bedtime for veggies?
You don't want to give your kids anything that's too hard to digest, so nothing with too much fiber or too much fat. Instead, you're looking for something that has a good mix of carbohydrates and protein. All right, so let's get into it. Here are my top picks. Number 1, warm milk and molasses. This one is my favorite because my dad used to give it to me when I was a little girl and had trouble sleeping, and my kids also love it because it's just a little bit sweet. I like to use a blackstrap molasses. It's a little bit less sweet than other molasses, and it's also super high in magnesium and iron. I also use a low-fat milk so it's not too hard for the kids to digest overnight.
Stop!
Number 2, string cheese. I love an option that the kids can grab themselves. How many of those do you have, buddy?
A couple.
Brooks almost always has a string cheese before bed, and they're super fun to peel. Cottage cheese is another great option because the protein is slow releasing, but I cannot for the life of me get my kids to eat it. Number 3, oatmeal with milk. Oatmeal is a complex carb which releases serotonin, known for making you happy, and when you're less stressed, it's easier to fall asleep. Oats are also a natural source of melatonin, which helps regulate sleep, and the addition of milk adds a boost of protein. Number 4, a good old banana, another great grab-and-go option. Bananas are high in magnesium and also potassium, which helps relax muscles before bedtime. And finally, a waffle with peanut butter. This bedtime snack is a great combo of carbohydrates and protein. You don't want to use too much peanut butter because it does have a ton of protein, which can be hard to digest. But peanut butter is a great source of tryptophan, which converts to melatonin and serotonin. Okay guys, well I hope this episode provided you with some inspiration for good bedtime habits. If you have your own bedtime tricks, leave them for me in the comments below. Until next time, sleep tight. Bye guys.